Hey guys, welcome back to Real Life with Mike. This weekend, we decided to go out camping. We're out at EOM, I guess end of Main or Netley Creek, whatever you want to call it. And of course, we had to bring out the ultimate 12-foot smoker craft. We found a really good campsite. It's super flat. The good thing with out here is there's a whole bunch of different campsites that you can pull into. It is one of those where it's really nice. It has been really maintained. The road right now is a little bit rough because it is at the beginning of the year, but they do have people that go and grade it and make sure that that's all done as well. Now, of course, this is going to be our campsite for the weekend. I mean, the view is absolutely great. The launch is over on this corner here. I just decided we had to find a place where I could dock the boat overnight. So of course we'll have our fire pit there. Like I said, these campsites are really nice, but the unfortunate thing is there's still a lot of people that decide to leave a lot of garbage out here. There was a ton of stuff out here. I think my wife has picked up almost, what is it? How much is that? About a half a bag? Yeah, pretty close to about a half a bag, and we still have a lot more to pick up. It's one of those where it doesn't matter how many times we go camping and everything else. Every single time I go to a campsite and I see that amount of garbage, it's just super disheartening. We're not a bunch of kids. We have rules, we have regulations. It's not that hard to bring a bag with you, clean it up. It's just one of those where it doesn't matter who you talk to, any outdoorsman, not even just any outdoorsman, any person in general. They have the common sense just to pick up your stuff. So we brought a whole bunch of garbage bags because we kind of expect it. We were hoping not to, but of course that's kind of what happens there. So we're gonna get this all cleaned up before we set everything up. This weekend I'm gonna bring you along the journey of our overnight camping experience. I'm gonna do a little bit with boating. We're gonna head up to the mouth of Lake Winnipeg on one side. We're gonna head out to Petersfield through the river on the other side. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of clips in there for you for that as well as I got a couple reviews to do of a tent and also a generator and stuff like that. A lot of stuff that I use in general. I don't bring the generator out lots, but I do have a lot of electronics that I want to charge up, and it's just one of those where even though it's only a day, I don't know if I'll need it, but there's no point in having it sitting in the garage at home. May as well bring it with me. So we did end up getting a really cheap tent from Cabela's. I'll walk you through that. I'll enter a clip in here as well. But we do have a really nice, I think it's a McKinley 2-person tent, but because it was supposed to get cooler tonight, we may have had to spend some time in the tent in general. So we decided just to go pick up a basic, a bigger tent, something that's a little bit higher that can fit our cots in and stuff like that. I'll give you a walkthrough with it, tell you the good and bad, and of course, because I'm not sponsored by them, it's pretty honest. I'll definitely tell you if I hate something about it, because, well, it doesn't matter to me if they like my opinion or not. So other than that, like I said, I'm gonna go through all this stuff. I'm gonna kind of bring you along the journey here, and hopefully you stay tuned and like the content. One other note is I won't be able to post this till probably, today is Saturday. I won't be able to post this till late Sunday because of course editing out here, I don't have really good reception out here, so I can't do a lot of editing. But anyone that is subscribed is going to have a chance to win either the my hat, or not this hat, but a hat like this, or a hoodie with my logo on there as well. So when I get that posted up, I think I'll do it either Sunday night or maybe Monday. Maybe I'll wait till Monday to get some time for people to take a look at and watch the videos as well. But like I said, if you guys subscribe to my channel, you'll have a chance to win. You don't have to do anything else, just subscribe, and then of course I'll put your name in there, and I'll do a live draw for you guys to see that as well. I haven't decided the colors on which I'm going to use for the hat or the hoodie yet. Maybe I'll leave that up to you so you can kind of pick your custom hoodies. But like I said, I don't want to waste too much of the day here. I think it's just after lunch, maybe 1:30. We got a whole bunch of stuff to do, and we'll go from there. So like I say, keep watching, and hopefully you enjoy the videos. All right, so here's the Coleman Instant Dome. It is a 7-person tent. We definitely, between me and my wife, we definitely don't need this size. But it is one of those where we do have a lot of equipment and stuff that we like to bring, especially if we're going to be going over a long period of time. This was actually a really super cheap tent. I think they had it at Cabela's for 150 bucks. So it is one of those where I've never set this up before. It does say that it's was it a 60-second setup, so we're going to see about that. I mean, I'm not going to rush through it. I've put up a lot of ice tents, so this shouldn't be too much different. It kind of looks the way that our ice tent kind of holds up as well. It is a 10 foot by 11, or sorry, 10 foot by 11 footprint, and has a center height of 6 foot 3 inches. So it says it also fits 2 queen air beds. So I mean, we're gonna see how it holds up. I'm gonna hold this for use this for a bit. Like I said in the other video, we do have a 2-person McKinley that is like super high end that we really like, and it's like, I can't even remember, I think it was like 3.4 pounds or something like that. It was ridiculously light. Those are the ones we're going to take on when we actually have to use the boat. But these big ones, I mean, if I have the truck out, may as well go big or go home. So like I said, I'm going to kind of set the camera up. I'm going to enter a whole bunch of clips of me trying to get this all together. It's not that windy, so hopefully our site should be big enough. We actually have a nice big flat spot here, and we'll get that set up, and I'll let you watch my struggles here. So so basically this is how we're going to kind of have our setup. This is the same thing that we do for our ice fishing tent, so it is a little bit overdone. We're probably gonna be absolutely sweating in here. So the one other thing we can't stress enough is I always put we had these from, I think, Princess Auto. I think they're like $6-7, just some moving blankets just to kind of get that little bit of separation. The next thing is the sleeping pad. Out of anything you can do with your sleeping setup, the sleeping pad is by far probably one of the most important. This is from Mech. It is I'll grab the camera. It is a Reactor 6.5, so that's 6.5R. It does have a reflective membrane in it, and it does have a, well, semi-self-inflate. So of course you open up the 2 little nozzles on the back, and then eventually, of course, the foam inside will start to raise up a bit. It is still recommended to blow it up. Once I get that all inflated and we get our bedding in here, we'll kind of show you how that all works as well. You know, it depends on how we're sleeping and stuff like that as well. I'm not a big fan of these, especially at winter. It just is kind of a pain, but it does help with a little bit of drafting underneath. Summer may be completely different because, you know, we have our cell phones and stuff. It's a little bit warmer. We will have the airflow all the way through. So in general, it is one of those where it's nice for storage, especially to keep everything off the floor. The only thing we should have done is brought our bigger foam mat so that the legs of the cot aren't sleeping directly on this. Then you have that little bit of padding underneath. So we're going to leave it like that, like the way it is for now. We'll double check, and then maybe next time when we come out, we'll bring it out and we'll do another test run with it. But so far, that's how the bed setup is. All right, so this is our base camp. This is where we're going to be staying for the night here. We just have the basic stuff out because we are going to go on a boat ride right away, and I don't like to leave a lot of stuff just hanging out in the open when we're not here. So we will bring some other stuff out. So this is the tent setup. Super roomy. I mean, in general, these are just single cots, but same thing. There's probably, I don't know, maybe 4.5 feet between each bed, so it is quite a bit of room here. Usually we do have a table set up at the back there, but we're going to be cooking when we get back, so there's no point in bringing it out from there. The good thing with these tents, I mean, it does seem to be pretty stable. It's not super windy out, but it does seem to be pretty well ventilated. But it also seems to have, if you close the little vents at the bottom and the flies, if you don't bowl them out, it actually stops quite a bit of the wind. Now, one of the really cool things with this is it has automatic roll windows. So if I want to open these up, there's these little metal pieces in here that automatically rolls your window up. So you never have to worry about it dragging. You know, it doesn't have to hang. You don't have to worry about, you know, it kind of flapping in the wind. And of course, as you go up, you can flip half of it, or you can just do the whole thing. Kind of hard to do with one hand here, but and they have one on there and one on the outside door. These doors are huge. It's probably 3 feet by 4 feet wide, so tons and tons of space, tons of screens, so you can actually be able to look up. So this is going to be our view for the weekend, which is pretty killer. I mean, it's great to be able to just walk out to the boat, take it out and see. Now it isn't fishing season yet. That's going to be in the next, I don't know, I think it's May, what is it, May 1st, I think? Is fishing, or May 15th? I don't know. I'll take a look at the regulations again. So like days like this, like I said, we're just gonna do some boat rides. I'll enter a whole bunch of clips later on, and we're pretty much setting everything up here. Everything's pretty much ready to go. So like I said, I'll get everything all set up. We'll pack everything up, and hopefully you join us on our boat tour. I think we're gonna head, wind's going west, so I think we're gonna head towards, I think we can go towards the mouth. It is a pretty long journey to go to the mouth, but we'll see how the wind holds up. Maybe later on today we'll take the trolling motor and we'll head down towards Petersfield. But for now, we're gonna pack everything up and get up on the water. Alright, so we're going down this little bit of a path. It's definitely not windy here at all. There's a whole bunch of pelicans down there. These are good areas to kind of see, as you can kind of see here. They're just going down a little river spot here. This is a really good spot to try out the iPilot. Right now I just have it in the north setting. So basically all that's going to do is anytime I move it sideways, it'll continue to hold that bearing, which is really, really nice. Even with the wind, you know, it held itself pretty well. And, you know, the speed on this thing actually is pretty impressive. It is a 55, so I mean, on this little 12 foot, it does seem to pull it very, very quickly. The spot lock works really well on here as well, especially in spots like this. This makes it a lot easier. It just kind of sits where it needs to. I'm quite impressed with the iPilot. Yeah, it is an older style of model. You do have to manually put it down and put it up, so that's probably the only negative thing. But as you can tell, the water is dead calm in here. Kind of do a little scan here for you, and it's not too bad. Like I said, it's about 3 feet right now. We're going 2.7K. And that's at 7.5. So if I boost it all the way up to 10, I'll see what we can get out of this thing. Of course, we will have quite a bit of distortion. I have my gain set really high on here right now. 315. Looks like 3.15, 3.17 kilometers an hour. So I mean, in general, it's going pretty quick for what you need to, and you got to be a little bit careful, because I know I was standing up here before, and I'll kind of stabilize myself, see if I can do it. I'm going to turn the speed down so I don't get thrown off the boat here. But when you want to actually turn around, like, it is absolutely quick, and this is only at about 6. So at 10, it's almost very, very disorienting, very, very quick. So you got to make sure you're steady on your feet. But like I said, the best thing is you can still move back and forth to wherever you need to. I haven't tested their range yet. I have seen guys actually launch their boat just with the iPilot itself. What they've done is they keep the remote on them, they launch it back, and then of course they just do spot lock until they get back. That I may actually try. Depends on how much time we actually have out on the water, but we're gonna do a little tour in here. I don't think we're gonna be able to catch up to those pelicans with this. They definitely know that we're here, but we gotta be a little bit careful. This is a very shallow area, so I thought I'd take you a little tour into this inlet. All right, welcome back. You know, we got the fire going, getting ready for to get a little bit warm. It's still pretty cool out there. We ended up going close to the mouth. We were only maybe not even a kilometer away, but I'm not sure if we took a wrong path or how it went, but we got really shallow. So we ended up having to take the trolling motor, as you can see in the other video, and barely have it underneath the water just to get us back on track. So we started heading back down to Petersfield as well, see if we could do it that way. But you know, after a couple hours on the water, with the wind and only being about 5 degrees, it's getting pretty chilly out. So we wanted to get a fire going, start getting some supper ready. We are going to be doing some fish tacos. Nothing that we caught today. It is all the stuff that we caught over the winter here. So we'll kind of maybe enter a couple clips for that. You know, it's a typical recipe you guys all have all seen. I'm not sure if we're going to be using, oh Jesus, almost fell. I'm not sure if we're going to be using like the actual catch and cook, or if we're going to be using fish crisp, but we're going to do the hot sauce with breading and then deep fry it, and then of course for the fish tacos. So other than that, that was the excursion today. It wasn't anything too crazy, but like I said, we'll have a nice fire to get going here. Water is still super calm. Who knows, if the wind dies down over the evening, maybe we'll head out again, but for now it's just a little bit of relaxing time. Like I say, get some prep ready for supper, and then we'll get a couple of other videos going. Sorry, face is totally frozen right now. So yeah, just like I say, stay tuned, we'll post some more. All right guys, well, we are gonna start to cook supper. Like I said, we're gonna be doing fish tacos today. It's probably one of my favorites. I know when we go ice fishing, if we go with a big group, a lot of the guys always ask for it. There's a couple of guys in particular that I know I told them I was going to be making this here. Other than the fact that they're a couple hours away, they may have been considering driving out here just to eat some of this stuff. So if you're a fisherman at all, I'm sure you've seen the kind of recipe that we're going to be cooking up as well. It's just a typical walleye with hot sauce. Now the only thing that's different is that instead of doing like Frank's, we end up using Valentina. So it's a little bit different of a hot sauce. My wife doesn't really like the taste of Frank's. I don't mind Frank's, but this actually is a really good substitute. Still has a lot of bite to it, and it's actually really good. Now there's a couple different things that we do as a kicker for our tacos as well. This mango salsa is phenomenal. It's absolutely great. It's great to have on your fish tacos if that's something you like. Other than that, you can just go with regular salsa. We always have regular salsa here as well. Of course, lettuce, cheese. Wife always likes this stuff too, as extra hot sauce. It's carrot hot sauce. It's from JC's Tacos and More. It's on Henderson and Hespeler. It's a local restaurant, and the food there is great. It's unbelievable. They make this sauce there themselves, and it's really good as well. So that's what we kind of do as a booster hot sauce as well. The other thing that's another little secret of ours is, I have no idea, how do you say this word?
Tahini.
Tahini? Yeah, anyway, that stuff. You try saying that word, it's ridiculous. But this stuff is great. Like, it has a very lemony. You got to be careful how much you put on because it's very potent, but this stuff is great. You have to put that on. Now, there's two different types of coating that we usually use. Of course, one of the staples of cooking fish is the fish crisp. I absolutely love the Cajun. It adds more spice to it. Like I said, I'm not a chef. This is as basic as you can. It's almost like craft dinner for us. Like, it's put a couple things in there, put it in the oil, let it cook, and that's all you need to do. But the Cajun is really, really good. And then of course, with all the new stuff coming out, you have to do the catch and cook. So the catch and cook, Jay Siemens and what was it, Josh? Yeah, I think Josh McFadden. I think those are the two that are the creators of this. This is really, really good as well. I always like to double coat it, but doing it with the hot sauce and catch and cook or fish crisp, whatever way, it's definitely going to work. But definitely shout out to Jay Siemens. This stuff's good. Then of course you just have your regular wraps. So we're gonna let the oil kind of heat up here. Gonna get some stuff out of the way. Grab another bag. Actually, I'm just gonna use this bag here. And then, like I said, it's a pretty simple process. I'm gonna actually get rid of this fish crisp first. The only bad thing with this fish crisp is it's so powdery, and I can guarantee I'm probably gonna sneeze doing this. But if you've ever had this stuff before and you're in an enclosed space and it, like, the dust gets around, you're gonna sneeze and it's gonna get in your lungs, so it's pretty potent there. Put that all in the bag. I'm gonna put some, sorry to do you some injustice, Jay, but mixing up your stuff, I just have to get rid of it. I'm originally from Morden, so I'm a good Mennonite boy. I don't like to waste stuff either, and for some reason I cannot open this bag. There we go. So there's a lot of places you can get catch and cook. I believe it's like Lake of the Woods. I think they have it there. Where else do they have? I mean, they have some local places. I'll have to take a look. I mean, they sell it quite pretty much anywhere. The biggest thing, of course, I just get it online. So, but if I can, at the end of the video or in the comments below, I'll make a link of where you can get that stuff as well. Same thing with the fish crisp. Sorry, got some garbage. So it's always nice to leave some air in there. It makes it a little bit easier. Give it a shake. And there's a hole in the bag somewhere. I'll have to do it this way. You know what? It's one of those things. I wasn't gonna do this for the YouTube channel because it's kind of been overdone. But I feel like you're not a YouTube fisherman or camper or anything else unless you've actually done this recipe. So you gotta do at least one, kind of show how it's done. Like I said, the only difference in ours is more on the topic. All right, so everything's all cooked up. As you can see, it's a beautiful spread for camping. I'm pretty sure you guys have made fish tacos before, but it's one of those things where it's pretty easy to get wrapped up in being crazy fancy, but it doesn't take much just to make it taste good. You know, it's one of those where doing just fresher ingredients does make a big difference. A lot of people put all this, like, I'm not a big fan, like, I absolutely love salsa, but if I can go like fresh salsa, that'd be 10 times better. But this, like, say, this mango salsa is just absolutely killer on this stuff. And then whatever this stuff is, never say the word. And last but not least, some fish. Beautiful. Just like that. Now we're eating fancy. You know, it's so funny how most of the time we go out and we go camping and stuff like that as well. A lot of it is, you know, hamburgers, hot dogs and stuff. And don't get me wrong, every so often that is absolutely great. But if you're out and you have time, you know, honestly, if it was actually fishing season, probably wouldn't be doing this early in the day. We'd still be out on the water, but it's really nice to be able to have a good meal. That way, at least we can sit and relax around the fire for the rest of the night. But tonight, I don't know if I'm going to post any more videos or insert any more clips from tonight yet. I may do a review on the generator there, kind of show how I have everything set up there. But other than that, the campsite is just the way it is. It's pretty self-contained. Of course, make sure you clean up all your garbage. But until then, I'm just going to have some supper, and hopefully we'll catch you soon. All right, well, that's a wrap for us. Fire's almost out. Moon's out. The tent is all ready for us to go to sleep. So, thanks for joining us for today, and hopefully we'll be able to bring you another video tomorrow.